All right, welcome to Lesson 1, Nutrition Fundamentals, Fuel Your Best. Before I get into this lesson, I need you to understand something. The number one reason people get discouraged with fitness and quit is due to lack of progress because their nutrition is not on point. They join a gym and start exercising, but because they don't see results in their body, they get discouraged and quit. I'm here to tell you that nutrition is 80% of the equation. Yes, exercise is important, but what determines whether or not you make progress is your nutrition. So pay attention. Okay, nutrition is defined as the process by which a living organism assimilates food and uses it for energy, growth, and repair of tissues. You've heard the saying, you are what you eat? Well, physically, that's very true. All foods fall into one of three categories of macronutrients, or macros. Macro meaning big, and micro means very small. And there are micronutrients as well, vitamins and minerals, but I'll be talking about them later. Right now, let's focus on macronutrients. Like I said, all foods fall into one of three categories of macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates or carbs, and fats or oils. Protein is made up of amino acids, which are the building blocks of our bodies. Protein is responsible for building and repairing body tissues. Protein sources include meats, fish, cottage cheese, and egg whites. Whole eggs and cheese are good sources of protein, but be aware they are about 50% fat as well. And legumes are also a good source of protein, but be aware they also contain about 50% carbs. Now that's not a bad thing, it's just something to take into consideration. Protein can also be used as a backup energy source if carbs are in short supply. Carbohydrates are sugars and starches. Carbs are made up of sugar molecules and are the chief energy source for the body. Simple carbs are single molecule sugars such as glucose, fructose, and sucrose. Fructose is the sugar found in fruits. Sucrose is table sugar, and glucose is your blood sugar and is also added to some foods as a sweetener. Simple carbs digest fast and can cause spikes in blood sugar levels. The exception is fruits due to their high fiber content. Spiking your blood sugar is usually not a good idea because when your blood sugar spikes, it causes your insulin to spike also. Insulin is the hormone that drives nutrients into cells. So what happens is this. Your blood sugar spikes, then your insulin level spikes, then your blood sugar crashes, then you have no energy, and you end up craving more sugar. Complex carbohydrates, on the other hand, are long chains of sugar molecules strung together. Complex carbs are what you find in grains, cereals, breads, vegetables, and legumes. Complex carbs take longer to digest, so they don't spike your blood sugar. They release slowly into your bloodstream, keeping your blood sugar levels constant and providing lasting energy without the crash associated with simple carbs. There are exceptions like processed foods, white bread, some cereals, and white rice. These foods are so highly processed and refined that they're digested almost as fast as sugar, and your body responds to them the same way it responds to sugar. You get a blood sugar spike, and then you get the insulin spike, then you crash and burn, and end up craving more carbs. So you really want to avoid processed carbs and refined carbs and sugars as much as possible. Stick to fruits and vegetables and whole grains, like whole grain breads and crackers and cereals, brown rice, quinoa, and even popcorn. Fiber is a subcategory of carbohydrates. Fiber is the part of plant-based foods that the body can't break down. It passes through the body undigested, keeping your digestive system clean and healthy. Fiber is found in fruits and vegetables and whole grains. Okay, the last macronutrient is fats or oils. Fats are made up of fatty acid. They support cell growth and hormone production and are carriers for fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamins A, D, E, and K. Fats are also used as energy by the body. Contrary to popular opinion in the 70s, 80s, 90s, eating fat doesn't make you fat. In fact, statistically, Americans got fatter during the low-fat craze. Dietary fats digest very slowly compared to protein and carbs. Additionally, fats slow down the digestive process, assisting in blood sugar stabilization. Fats or oils are found in nuts, avocados, butter, oils, as well as fatty meats and fish and cheese, which are also rich in protein. I also want to mention water, since it makes up 60% of our bodies. Even though water has 0 calories, we couldn't live without it. The brain and heart are composed of 73% water, and the lungs are about 83% water. The skin contains 64% water, and the muscles and kidneys are 79%. Even the bones are 31% water. Dietary recommendations. So the question is, how much protein, carbohydrates, and fats do you need to eat each day? That depends on a number of factors: age, weight, gender, activity level, and your fitness goals. So I'll be answering that question in detail in the next 2 lessons: Eat to Lose Weight and Eat to Build Muscle. So your action point for today's lesson is this: download and print out the Test Your Nutrition Knowledge quiz and see how much of this fun stuff sticks in your brain. Alright, that's it for now. I will see you in the next lesson.